Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I've been doing a remake and a comparison video. Now, this is another comparison video. Now, I went and seen both these movies. I went and seen within the same year, and both of them has to deal with being down the bottom of the sea. And the first one I'm gonna talk about is Leviathan. Leviathan came out in 1989. And it's an hour and 38 minutes, and it's a sci-fi horror, and it's got 24% Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, 24% Rotten Tomatoes. And you know, it's so weird though, because back then I didn't pay no attention to all that kind of stuff back then because I was so much younger then. And I remember Leviathan. I remember taking this girl to go see, because I was dating a lot of girls back then, because obviously I was a lot younger then, so girls was just plentiful. They're not plentiful now because, you get a certain age and just the crop just gets picked over. So ain't nothing left but leftovers. Ugh. But anyway, got off subject. But 24% Rotten Tomatoes and 73% people like this movie. And your main leads was Peter Weller and Richard Crenna and Ernie Hudson. Those were your main leads. Basically, it's about these people. They're down this, this underwater substation, and they end up accidentally setting off a blast. And at the bottom of the ocean, they set off a blast, which unearthed a monster that came out, and somehow it did something to the structure where they had to go out and they had to go and try to see the damage of the structure. And so while he was out there somehow working on that structure, that creature got in, and it wreaked havoc in the whole submarine. And that creature was ugly, man, because it was killing them one by one. And so it was hard to get up surface because they had to use these pods to get up surface. But for some reason it was storming real bad and they couldn't go up. And then this thing was killing them one by one. And they was trying to contact the military, tell them they need to get a battleship out there so they can have them ready to get them out of there. But they kept telling them that, the storm was there and they couldn't do nothing right there. And they was getting upset with the military because the military was dragging its feet trying to rescue these people. So that's how this movie set up. So this creature was, picking them up, picking them off one by one. And I still remember myself going and seeing this movie. And I forgot what girl I had with me, but I ended up taking a girl with me and going to see that movie. And I enjoyed this movie. You don't look at these movies the way you do when you're older, because when you was young, you didn't look at them that way. Like now, movies are different. Like I went and seen my son. He lives in like 2 hours away, and he said, "Man, Dad," he said, "movies now, man," he said, they take the thrill out of it because they just talk about it all over YouTube now, and they talk, it's on your phone. He says it pops up everywhere. He says, he goes, "I don't even remember it," and he's only 28. He goes, "I don't remember it being that bad, even when we were little going to see a movie." I said, "No, it's really bad now because everybody watches movies so much, and everybody's into movies that, they always got to throw their opinion out there." He goes, "Yeah," he said, "Man, man, Dad, I don't know." He said, "It just ain't the same anymore." I said, "Yeah, it's because they constantly giving you their input, and they constantly giving you their little rating, and they always got to be the first one to let you know what the movie's like." And I said, he goes, "Man, Dad, I'll know about the movie before I even go in the theater." But anyway, the next one is called Deep Star 6. I really enjoyed this movie. Check this out. This movie came out the same year. It came out in 1989. Both these movies came out in 1989. And this is sci-fi horror. And this one was an hour and 30-something minutes, I think. 9% Rotten Tomatoes. 9%. 9% Rotten Tomatoes. And 83% people like this movie. So you got Leviathan, 24 Rotten Tomatoes, 73% people like the movie. You got Deep Star 6 that came out in 1989, 9% Rotten Tomatoes, and you had 83% 83% people liked the movie. And your main leads was Nancy Everhard and Greg Ivangan. I don't even think they act anymore. But basically, this movie is about these people down in the substation down at the bottom. And they go out and they find a Russian sunken ship. And when they go inside to search for stuff, they find that it holds some type secret biological stuff that they took off the ship like a big dummy, took it back to the substation. And what it was, these Russians was doing biological stuff to make humans, like turn them into creatures or something. So it got out and they got infected. And so this thing was going around infecting everybody, so it was killing people off one by one. So they was trying to figure out how to get out of that substation because they had to go up to the top. Well, obviously there was a storm up there. I guess it's hard to go up to the top when there's a massive storm up there. So that's what this whole movie's about. So they're trying to survive down at the substation down at the bottom of the ocean or wherever it's at. And then they're trying to survive and go to the top. Same thing, So, so weird. I think I like Deep Star 6. Even though Deep Star 6 didn't have like super mega stars in there, Leviathan had like bigger stars. They had like Peter Weller, he played the first RoboCop, and then you had Richard Crenna, which is the guy that played what's that Rocky Sylvester Stallone Rambo. He played as Rambo's general or something. Richard Crenna, and then he had Ernie Hudson in there, the black guy that was in Ghostbusters. So they had a better star cast than Deep Star 6. But for some reason I like Deep Star 6 better. And I don't know why. But I really thoroughly enjoy both these movies. And that's the weird thing about that, because these movies today, they probably, a lot of people probably, they probably wouldn't care less than a daggone for these type of movies. But it's so weird because things was different back then. I remember I just go to the movie and there's nothing to think about it, because you didn't have people just constantly plastering stuff on social media and being the first ones to tell you about the movie and how it sucked and all this kind of stuff, or giving you your input on it. And so, now, it's just like, when you watch a movie now, man, you know a lot about the movie before it's even came out. Because they're always telling you if it's good or bad, or if it's somewhere in the middle. But I think for me, I love movies, and I just remember going, I know one of these movies I had a date with a girl, and man, she was something else. And I really liked that girl, but, there's a lot of girls I like, but back then I was working out and I was all built and stuff. I like the way I look now, but I was just younger back then. But one of these movies I remember taking her to, I did take somebody to go to see Deep Star 6, but I don't know who it was. But overall, man, I enjoyed both these movies, and they're both similar. They're both dealing with people being in the ocean, in the substation in the ocean. Something goes wrong. First one, Leviathan is, they end up going on a Russian ship, and they get this stuff that infects them. Deep Star 6, they let off some kind of blast, which unearthed something on the underground ocean floor, which was a monster that came up and got inside their substation and started killing them off one by one. So that's the best way I can explain it. I could have got on my phone and started reading the whole thing off, but I didn't want to do that, because I remember going and seeing these movies, man. You're talking back in 1989. So, it's 2022. So, anyway, God bless, take care. That is my video comparison, not remakes, but comparison. They seem similar in the way each movie's made. They're both at the bottom of the ocean. They're in a substation. things go wrong and they're trying to get up, and only a couple people survive, I believe. So I think 2 people survived in Leviathan, and I think 2 people survived in Deep Star 6. It's so weird because they both came out in 1989. And it's just so weird to me. All right. But anyway, God bless. Take care. Hope you guys stay safe out there. We'll see you.